going on, Jerome's? It's time. Vikings versus the crooked Chicago Bears, round 2. Justin friggin' Jefferson. Gonna get savage. Gonna get back to F it. Gonna get back to playing fast, free football. Woo. It's gonna be good. Caleb Williams, welcome on in this house of pain. That's right. Caleb Williams want to be with the Vikings. Get crushed by the Vikings first, right? And the Vikings allegedly sitting at 4-5, staying alive. This is as much as a must-win of a Week 11 game as there is. This is essentially a playoff game. Vikings, they got to get a run going. Absolutely got to get a run going, and it starts and ends at home. Offense getting healthy. Everything's looking good. Jonathan James McCarthy, even though he's already been deemed a bust by people much smarter than you and me, it's okay. Plus, so why do we talk about the haters and J.J. McCarthy so much? We want there to be a documented record of how stupid people are and how quickly they wrote off J.J. McCarthy, who, this may sound like hyperbole, but it's not, is honestly the most hated and overanalyzed quarterback in NFL history. I've never seen anything like it. Bill Barnwell already drafting up articles. Well, they should bring in competition for McCarthy next year. It's been 4 games. All right. But McCarthy, he did pretty well against the Bears last time. Well, 3 bad quarters, 1 bad quarter. The 1 quarter that matters. Still got the dub. NFC Offensive Player of the Year. You know what it is. So taking on his childhood team, round 2, going to beat that ass again. Kevin O'Connell fired up. Hey, big time test. The season is on the brink. Got to keep everything together. There's so many just like a good way to describe this team this year, besides the injuries, is just sloppiness, right? Just not on the same page, and that comes down to coaching. Everything. You're just putting players in the right spots to win. Hasn't have it. Mainly, hey, how about we run the damn football? Law and order. And we'll get to that. And, of course, Flores, Ben Johnson, the eternal struggle. Yet again, bring it on. I'm annoyed by Ben Johnson. But, hey, look at the Bears. So, allegedly, they're 6-3, but I don't know. Like, they're 6-3, but look at just the juggernaut of a schedule, right? So, they beat the Giants last Sunday because, oh, yeah, they knocked Jackson Dart out. Is this a Bounty Gate thing? Don't know. Beat the Bengals after their defense gave up 42 points. Lost to Snoop Huntley and the Ravens 30-16. Cool. At least we lost to Lamar, man. Beat the Saints. Cool. When they had Spencer Rattler instead of Tyler Shuck. They barely beat the Commies, which, as you see, even though Daniels played, I mean, the Commies, bad. Barely beat the Raiders, bad. Beat the Cowboys pretty good. Congratulations. Good job. Got boat raced by the Lions and then got J.J. McCarthy in week 1. So a lot of things going on. But the Bears got some nice pieces, man. Oh, the Jets scored. Hey. The Bears got some nice pieces around Caleb Williams. And we said Caleb is either going to be a top 5 quarterback or is he going to be out of the league. All right, there's no in between where he suddenly becomes Jabroni Brisket. There's just no world, right? But great receiving core. Rome Odunze leading things. DJ Moore. I don't know. Like, I've never fully bought into DJ Moore. Is he dangerous? Yes. Do you really fear him? But now watch, DJ Moore's going to have 300 total yards against us. Zacchaeus, they somehow keep high in the receiver rotation. I don't know. LB3, Luther Burden III, starting to come on a little bit. Also coming on, Colson Loveland, who was made by J.J. McCarthy in Michigan. He's starting to come into his own. And the offensive line. So we made fun of the offensive line this offseason. Still going to make fun of it. Jumping Joe Thuney. I'm down to one last breath. Yeah, one last hurrah. Good job. Drew Dahlman. So we compared him to Garrett Bradbury, but Garrett Bradbury is playing well right now. So I don't know. Jonah Jackson still cannot pass block, but hey, he knows Ben Johnson. Cool. Darnell Wright, stud. Freaking stud, man. Like, probably the most underrated right tackle in the game, so big time respect there. But left tackle, you can still get some. Theo Benedette Arnold. Yeah, turncoat and mother. Defensively, so they're going to be down the top two corners. Kyler Gordon and Jalen Johnson still out. So Stevenson, who's also been banged up back there, celebrating Hail Marys. And Deshaun Wright, he of the pick six last time, former Vikings legend Deshaun Wright, as well as Brisker's banged up. Tremaine Edmonds, Edmonds is fine. Edmonds is a stud. TJ Edwards has been banged up, but don't want to go into any game overconfident, but kind of feel good about this one. You know what I mean? Yeah. Anyways, here's 10 keys to a Vikings victory on Sunday. Number 1, 9 makes layups. All right, and as we've seen, J.J. McCarthy is fantastic at the late game heroics. He also just dropped some dimes down the freaking sideline, man. Also, knowing what we know now, they had the messed up hand. Those 2 fourth down throws, including the touchdown to Jalen Naylor. Come on, man. All right, so we know he's got the hot, but make the easy play. Check it down when you need to. Put the ball where the receiver can make a run after the catch. Get that completion percentage up since everyone's pissed off about that. Not everything needs to be a fastball. And I forgot who said this, but J.J. McCarthy is a gamer, extremely clutch, and a great thrower of the football right now. Not a great passer yet. He's a great thrower of the football and a clutch-ass player. All right, but everything else will fill out. Next up, number 2, run the GD ball. Right, that's what it comes down to, where Jones Barbecue and Foot Massage needs to be fed because the Bears defense is surrendering a 5.2 yards per carry, 29th in the league, which is third worst, math, and as well as 135.3 yards per game. So the Vikings, they need to control, right? And Grady Jarrett passes prime. This front seven, especially missing Edwards, should be able to make some hay on the ground. Plus, it's going to set J.J. McCarthy up for a lot easier situations. You're not facing third and forevers, not where he has to be just playing hero ball out there. Now, a big part of that is hey, don't false start and get into 1st and 15, which isn't really a running down. But yeah. Next up, number 3, Jefferson legacy game. All right, so Justin Jefferson, he had issues last Sunday. Body language wasn't great. Everyone commented on it, and Jefferson knows. He understands. He talked to the media on Thursday. Talked about how he's got to get back to being savage, back to saying F it. And I feel like he wasn't a squeaky wheel, but the squeaky wheel always gets the grease. You know what I mean? So I feel like this is going to be a huge Jefferson game. I think this is going to be a huge Hockenson game. And I think that that Jefferson and McCarthy are going to hook up for a couple touchdowns. It's going to be good. And like I said, in the secondary, they're missing Jalen Johnson. And their defense just has been shredded at times. And even though games are winning, again, giving up 42 points to the Bengals, it hasn't been easy on that side of the ball. So the Vikings at home certainly should and could take advantage of it. Number 4, Hockenson shows up. And it's something that Kevin O'Connell said where it's not so much Hockenson chirping, but it was Kevin O'Connell saying that we need to get Hockenson going more. And now with the offense finally back together for the first time, Hockenson won't have to chip as much. Also, with Oliver back, he won't have to have as much a run blocking duty either, just said duty. So Hockenson, especially in the middle of the field, especially if TJ Edwards as well as Jaquan Brisker up in that spine of that defense miss, could be a big time game for 8-7, especially if they sell out to stop Jefferson and Addison. Next up, number 5, first team offensive line for the first time. I found the love of a lifetime. Burn. Darisaw Jackson. Kelly with 17 Guardian caps, Will Fries, who's been a stud lately, and Brian O'Neill, the real deal. All right, so Minnesota Movement Company, first team, finally together. It's week 11. All right, we're getting it right at the first time, so that should be part and parcel of running the ball. That should be part and parcel of giving McCarthy time. So everything is going to be all right. Number 6, we have to that ass, Caleb. So even if the Vikings are going to be missing Jonathan Grenard this week, Van Ginkel, Turner, who had a fantastic sack against Lamar, bodyweight, whatever, as well as Allen, Hargrave, Redmond. All the King's horses, all the King's men need to get after things. Now, like we said, the Bears' interior offensive line looking good. Darnell Wright stud, but Benedict Arnold, hey, Canadian, we have to start learning Canadian, buddy. Oh, you probably already know. Probably going to be on the Winnipeg Blue Bombers next year after we get done with them. It's going to be great. It's going to be good, man. Also, Caleb under duress is a completely different quarterback. But also, if and when the Vikings get to Caleb, like it can't be like the clown shows of previous games, even though Caleb's never beat the Vikings. But there's been so many almost sacks on Caleb, and he's so good off schedule. In fact, he's probably better off schedule than on schedule, much to the chagrin of Ben Johnson. You must run my offense properly. Yeah. It is sort of like Lamar in a different fashion, where Mush Rush could be there, containing him, trying to keep him in the pocket as much as you can, and if you get to him, get him down. All right, that's what it comes down to. Next up, number 7, two-headed monster run game. So, of course, it's Ben Johnson, and, of course, he wants to run the ball, and, of course, he's going to have 2 running backs. And DeAndre Swift is going to be back, full participant practice on Thursday, as well as our guy, Kyle Monangai from Rutgers, looking really damn good. So we're going to get both of them. And the first matchup, it really was more Swift was the lead back. The Vikings did a good job on him. I think he had like 52 yards rushing total. But they're going to try and bring it, especially with that good offensive line, especially with the Vikings struggles to stop the run at times. Everyone's got to mind their P's and Q's. Everyone's got to be good to go. Next up, number 8. Mob Adunze, like the Michigan D. Like, how'd Rome do in the national title game? I forget. Yeah. But Rome Odunze really is the cornerstone of the Bears passing game right now. He's got a connection with Caleb Williams, more Zacchaeus, LB3 or sort of whatever. But with Rome, 37 catches, 559 yards receiving, 6 touchdowns on 69 targets. Nice. Also, his dad says it's not enough. Yeah. But they are going to go after him early and often. And, with Rodgers and Murph, as well as they promoted Fabian Moreau. This is an old one. They signed a cornerback too. I'm not even sure what it is. Do we trail? Do we play a lot of zone? Do we shade a safety? Don't know. But just know that Adunze is going to be getting the ball from Caleb early and often. Next up, number 9. Cut down on stupid penalties. And this whole, hey, I have to show off how smart we are because let's adjust our cadences in our quarterback's 4th career start, where the offensive line is not even used to his cadence. And we have a dude who's starting at center who's in like his 3rd game at center. Let's do that. Yeah. But it's definitely stuck in my craw because if you cut down those penalties, you're not at 1st and 15. So many, and it's not just the offensive line. Like Jefferson jumped offside too. Just atrocious. Kevin McConnell acknowledged it. Wes Phillips acknowledged it. J.J. McCarthy acknowledged it. So cut down on stupid penalties, especially on special teams as well. C.J. Ham returning the last couple games should certainly help with that too. Lastly, number 9, you know what it is. Win the turnover battle. And this is stressed again because the Vikings, so 13 penalties and you lost a turnover battle 3-0 against the Ravens and still a 1-score game. That's a whole lot of woulda, coulda, shoulda, right? But do not give teams extra possessions and also take the damn ball away. I mean, the Vikings have 9 turnovers on the season. And it's more than just they got rid of Cam Beasley behind him. It's more than that. But take care of the football. J.J. McCarthy, how about, hey, no pick sixes, no arm punts. How about that? Also, Kevin McConnell, stop putting JJ in spots where he can arm punt because he's gonna, right? Also, the Bears defense, for as many issues as the Bears defense has had, they're number 1 in the NFL in takeaways at 20. How wild is that? All right, but again, I know JJ McCarthy runs a mean pick 6. Can't do it. All right, Miles Price, take care of the rock, man. You're too talented not to. Do it for Indiana. Do it for Kirk Cignetti. Do it for Hoosiers. Final score prediction. I think the Bears are going to be J.J. McCarthy's new Ohio State, where he shows up extra special for Ohio State. He did, and he's going to show up extra special for the Bears. All right? And I think this is going to be one of those games. I think McCarthy goes out and just freaking rips it. Like, we're talking about a 4 total touchdown game. I think the Vikings are able to run the ball. I think Jefferson gets his. Missing of bodies in the secondary, I think, certainly helps things. I think Hawkinson has a good game. I think the offensive line does things. I think the Vikings get it for Caleb 5-6 times. I think the defense turns up the heat. I think Caleb serves up a meatball or two. Vikings win the turnover battle. Vikings don't commit 8 false starts at home. And I actually, whenever there's picks, and they always pick like, hey, this team wins 24-21 or 27-24, right? I think this is going to be an ass whooping, right? I think this is going to be an ass whooping that completely restarts and revamps the Viking season. Get them to 5-5, staying alive. Give me Vikings 38, Bears 9. Da Bears. That's right. And all the narratives suddenly shift. All the haters and losers like, oh, we were with you with J.J. McCarthy this entire time. Shut up. All right. But your thoughts are thoughts. How the Jets keep committing penalties? Let us know in the comment section, you guys, the best you know what to do. Skull production value.